Simon Cowell's story doesn't begin with bright television lights or cheering audiences. It begins quietly in London, where he was born on October 7, 1959. From the outside, his childhood appeared comfortable. His family lived in a respectable neighborhood, and his parents were well-connected. Yet, comfort does not always mean closeness. Simon often felt emotionally distant from the people around him. His mother, a graceful former ballet dancer, carried elegance wherever she went, but she struggled to express affection openly. His father, a disciplined music industry executive, believed success should speak for itself rather than be praised aloud. Growing up in that environment shaped Simon deeply. He learned early that approval was something you earned, not something freely given. Those quiet emotional gaps would later fuel his determination to prove himself in a world that rarely notices the quiet child standing in the corner. The school years that felt out of place. School was not the place where Simon Cowell felt he belonged. Teachers often saw him as restless rather than curious, and strict classrooms clashed with his naturally independent personality. He attended several schools, including Radlett Preparatory School and Dover College, but academic success never came easily. Simon was not uninterested in learning. He simply struggled with systems that rewarded strict conformity. The result was a reputation as a difficult student and grades that did little to impress anyone. By the time he left school, he had only minimal qualifications and very little direction. Watching classmates move confidently toward careers and university created a sense of uncertainty about his own future. Those early years taught him an uncomfortable lesson. Sometimes people who feel different are overlooked. Yet, they can also grow into the ones who see opportunities others miss. Starting at the bottom of the music world. After leaving school, Simon tried several small jobs before his father helped him secure a position in the mailroom at EMI Music Publishing. It was far from glamorous. Each day he sorted fan letters, delivered messages, and watched the real decision-makers pass him in the hallway without noticing his name. For many people, a job like that might have felt discouraging. For Simon, it became a front-row seat to an industry he was fascinated by. Instead of focusing on the routine tasks, he began quietly observing how music careers were built. He watched which songs executives supported, how artists were marketed, and how trends shaped public taste. The mailroom became an informal classroom. Those observations slowly built the foundation for the instincts he would later rely on. Even at the lowest rung of the ladder, Simon was learning the rhythm of the business. Early success and a difficult setback. In the early 1980s, Simon finally took a bold step. Partnering with colleague Ellis Rich, he launched a small record label that aimed to produce catchy pop songs. For a short time, the gamble seemed to work. The label scored several chart successes, and Simon experienced his first taste of recognition within the industry. Parties, business meetings, and growing confidence made it feel as though the future had opened up. Yet the music market changes quickly. By the end of the decade, the style of music his label depended on lost popularity, and financial pressure mounted. Eventually, the company closed. The setback was deeply humbling. Simon moved back into his family home and had to rethink everything he thought he knew about success. That period forced him to rebuild his confidence slowly and carefully. Learning what audiences truly love. Rather than leaving the music business, Simon returned with a different mindset. He began working with record companies again, this time focusing on understanding what everyday listeners actually enjoyed. Critics often favored experimental music, but Simon noticed that audiences loved strong melodies and relatable performers. He started signing artists and projects that appealed directly to the public rather than to reviewers. Some of those decisions surprised industry insiders, but they produced impressive sales. Through trial, error, and patience, Simon learned that popularity comes from connecting with real people. His confidence as a talent scout grew stronger. The experience also shaped his straightforward communication style. Simon believed honesty helped artists improve, even if the truth was difficult to hear. That belief would soon become the defining feature of his television career. Television changed everything. The turning point arrived when Simon joined a new British singing competition called Pop Idol. Television audiences quickly noticed the judge with the direct, unfiltered opinions. While other judges offered gentle encouragement, Simon spoke with unusual clarity about performances. Viewers were fascinated by the contrast. His comments were sometimes blunt, but they were also thoughtful and focused on helping contestants understand what worked and what didn't. The show became enormously popular in the United Kingdom, and its success soon crossed the Atlantic. When American Idol premiered in the United States, Simon's presence played a major role in capturing viewers' attention. Millions tuned in each week to watch unknown singers pursue their dreams. Through the program, Simon helped introduce artists like Kelly Clarkson and Carrie Underwood to a global audience, building a global entertainment empire. After the success of American Idol, Simon expanded his influence by creating and producing several international talent shows. Programs such as The X Factor and the Got Talent franchise appeared in dozens of countries. Each version offered singers, dancers, comedians, and other performers a chance to share their abilities with a massive audience. The concept proved incredibly successful because it celebrated ordinary people with extraordinary talents. Simon's production company became a major force in entertainment, and his reputation as a talent spotter grew worldwide. Yet the real appeal of these shows was the emotional connection they created between performers and viewers. Stories of perseverance, hope, and discovery resonated far beyond the stage. Simon had helped design a format where everyday dreams could unfold in front of millions of people. A new chapter through fatherhood. In 2014, Simon's life took a deeply personal turn when his son, Eric, was born. Fatherhood brought a perspective he had never experienced before. After years of constant travel and demanding schedules, he began paying more attention to the balance between work and home life. Friends noticed that he spoke more openly about family and the importance of being present for important moments. Even small activities, playing games, building toys, or reading bedtime stories, became meaningful parts of his routine. Parenthood often reshapes priorities, and Simon was no exception. The arrival of his son reminded him that success is not measured only by professional achievements. It is also measured by the relationships we nurture and the memories we create with the people closest to us. Embracing authenticity over perfection. In the world of television, appearances are constantly examined. Over the years, Simon experimented with various cosmetic treatments, hoping to maintain the polished look expected on camera. Eventually, he realized that trying to chase a perfectly youthful image did not bring the satisfaction he expected. In interviews, he later shared that learning to accept natural aging felt far more comfortable and genuine. That shift reflected a broader change in his outlook. Instead of focusing on maintaining an image, he began emphasizing authenticity and confidence in being himself. Fans noticed the difference and responded positively. The experience became another reminder that self-acceptance often brings more peace than striving for perfection. A legacy focused on opportunity. Today, Simon Cowell continues to work in entertainment, but his priorities reflect a lifetime of lessons. The shows he helped create still give performers around the world an opportunity to be discovered. Beyond television, he has also expressed interest in supporting charitable causes, particularly those related to children's health and creative education. Looking back, his journey reveals a pattern of resilience, moments of uncertainty followed by determination to move forward. From a quiet childhood in London to international influence in music and television, Simon's story highlights how persistence and curiosity can shape unexpected paths. Success, he often suggests, is not simply about fame or wealth. It is about learning, adapting, and using experience to create opportunities for others.